Peaceful greetings and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to come and do a quick video, and I really don't know what to call it, but I guess we're gonna call it like we could call it spiritual or spell work reading. Okay, spell work reading, because I could read the intentions. I could feel the intentions of what these people be putting down when they're doing spell work. I guess so that it's a energetic and visual reading of spell work, I guess. Anyways, I'll figure out a name for it, but that's what I figured out. That's what it, I guess, boils down to. I'm reading the spell work. I can read what they are attempting to do. So in this spiritual spell work reading, the energy is and this is for all the high vibrational beings, the chosen ones, the indigos, all the high vibrational beings that are being attacked. So what is going on is that they are at wit's ends, and they are really attempting to come through and do death magic. Okay, because what the end goal is right now is that they're trying to, it's kind of like, it's not just destiny swapping. These mofos, they want people's stars. That's what they're after right now. So they've come to the conclusion that they basically want to take the high vibrational beings out, which that's been what they've been trying to do since motherfuckers came on this planet. That's what they've been trying to do since some of us, incarnated, I guess you could say, into this reality. They have been attempting to take people out. So this is not to fearmonger, but the spell work that I've been seeing the last few days is all death magic. And then accompanied with that very closely is like the killing of the star, but to still it. Right? It's the stilling of the star energetically, so that they take you out and they take over the action. This is not a destiny swap. This is, they want to take on that whole star, the star energy, the it factor, what is supposed to make you, successful, abundant. It's birthright, inheritance, spiritual inheritance. It's all of that. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to come and do this quick video and let y'all know what is in the energy right now. They 331333 on the timestamp. Listen, they did not want me to do this video. It took a lot of like deleting stuff off of my laptop. It took, a lot of distractions. I mean, a lot. Now, one of the areas that I disabled or destroyed, nullified the spell work. As soon as I actually did that, I mean, I was just taking a break from dismantling it. And I'm telling you, before I was even to what I would consider finished, a woman in a group of about 5 people had a man who started following their group. Like, I thought the dude was with them for a second. He was following them like that, like he joined into their group. And then, like, reading his energy, it was definitely off. And he punched one of the girls in the face. It looked like he punched her in the face. But either way, he was all up on her and trying to, like, if he didn't actually hit her at that moment, he came very, very close to hitting her, and then he was still following them. Like, he wanted to harm these people, especially one of the women in particular. And all I could think is that it was an immediate backfire of the work that I had literally just dismantled. Because, I mean, it was like immediately. And they had been signaling back and forth about some stuff, you know. And so, anyways, another group who was in the vicinity, they actually, like, energetically, with physical items, attempted to protect themselves, like, put a barrier of protection in between myself and them. Like, they thought that it was coming from me, but it was actually, and they seemed very, this other group seemed like extremely spiritually aware of what was going on, except for the fact that they thought that I was sending it, when all in fact I was dismantling what was already there, and that shit was going back to its original sender, right? So I don't know why they were acting like they needed to protect themselves from me, but unless they were part of it as well, right? But then that still doesn't mean that they need to protect themselves from me. That means they need to protect themselves from their own shit. Okay. So, anyways, this is pretty much the reading. So you can do with that information what you will. Other than what we've already known, which they've been trying to, unalive people for the longest. Oh, and after that, I forgot. After that, the policy enforcers came and everything, because that dude, he eventually had to have another dude, like, tell him to back off before he backed off. And then once he backed off, he just ended up leaving. And so, anyways, it was very interesting. It was very interesting, the whole situation of what happened. And it was really immediately after the fact of me dismantling that spell work. Now, this dude just came by here right now, attempting to distract yet again. I told y'all it was a whole bunch of distractions from me actually doing this video. So while I'm in the middle of doing the video, a guy is coming to try to talk to me when he sees I'm clearly with my headphones and I'm doing a video with my laptop. Okay, it's I cannot even make this shit up. I cannot make this stuff up. But either way, I have dismantled more since that, just today. And so, yeah, it is funny because two guys walked the opposite direction a little while ago, and the one guy was signaling like, oh, she knows, like talking about me, and I was like, yes. He didn't say it out loud. They didn't say nothing out loud, but I agreed with him. I was like, you are 1000% correct. And he looked like, oh my God, like she knows what I'm talking about. And so the one dude that he had signaled to, like, oh, she knows, he came back walking by with a girl, and he had his phone up to his ear, right? And I was like, hi. Let me make sure I get my face in the video. And him and the girl, their faces were priceless. 955 when I looked at the timestamp. That shit was hilarious. Okay. I said, yeah, let me make sure I get my face in the video. And they just, it was like they went white as a ghost and then red, because he was definitely trying to record me and give me all the video. I said, dude, you could just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got like 700 videos on there. And they just started walking fast. I think anyways, am I wrong for that? I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny as fuck. So anyways, if maybe I'm having a little too much fun with messing with these wicked diabolical weirdos. But anyways, yeah, they look like they're part of, some trafficking. That's what it looked like to me. And when he was like, "Oh, she does," I was like, "Yeah, I do know." I see you. And then the big boss came through here, and he tried to take a picture confirmation with my phone going off. He tried to take a picture of my stuff, right? And I was like, I told him the same thing. I was like, well, you want a picture of me too? But my stuff is not exactly where I'm at, right? So I was like, you want to, I had an eyelash that felt like it was going in my eyeball. So I told him, because the wind is blowing. Anyways, I told him, I said, as he walked by trying to get a picture of my stuff, I was like, oh, I said, you want to get a picture of me too? I was like, you could also subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. I knew he was part of that same other group, but anyways, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And so this is the spiritual spell work, download, reading, whatever you want to call it. Protect your star, keep your head on swivel. Make sure you clean up whatever they trying to put down, because see, they say cleanliness is next to godliness, because the devil and these demons, they like messes. And the reason that they like a mess, not only does it bring in energetic confusion and all that into your space, but it also, like, how do I say? Like, it could bring anxiety and all kind of stuff. Like, when you are dealing with a mess. Okay? So, when you have these demons doing spell work, it's easy to hide the spell work in messiness, right? So when you clean and you clean that up, or you stay on top of being cleanly, they can't do that, because you moving stuff around and you making sure everything is clean. It's harder to do that. Okay, I'm talking about around your house, around the gate of your yard, in your house, all that stuff. Okay, because they might put something somewhere and you haven't cleaned that in God knows how long. And I'm gonna get 13:38 when I looked at the timestamp. I'm gonna give you guys an example. This chick that I knew from high school, she literally came to my place, and she was so adamant about using my restroom, but my restroom wasn't like, something was wrong with my restroom at the time. I was like, no, you can't use the restroom because, like, it wasn't flushing right, or I don't know if it needed to be snaked or something, but it had, after she used it, it literally overflowed and flooded my apartment at the time. Okay, but before she even used it, something was going on with its ability to flush in the first place. So that's part of the reason why I didn't want her to use it. But it wasn't overflowing. Okay, it wasn't nothing to do with overflowing. It hadn't overflowed. So anyways, it more than likely it was just like the chain or something that needed to be reattached inside the tank area. So I know how to do that. I just had not, and it was messed up. So I was just like, telling her she couldn't use it or whatever at that time. So anyways, she was adamant about using it, and somehow it overflowed to the point that it flooded my apartment. So anyways, outside of that, she was adamant about using the bathroom, not just so she could do what she did with flooding my apartment, but she also wanted to put an item in my bathroom for spell work. Yeah. Yep. So you got to be careful who you letting in where, and in spaces and places, right? Because they'll leave something. Okay, that if you have a mess, it's harder to find. Or if you don't know 555-1555 on the timestamp, if you're not paying attention, or if you don't clean out certain areas on a regular basis, it's easy to hide stuff there. Okay, and people know that, and that's where they're going to try to put stuff where you don't regularly clean some stuff at. Okay. So anyways, cleanliness is next to godliness, because I should do a whole nother video. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a whole video on why cleanliness is next to godliness, because it's deeper than what people think. I'm going to break it down. All right. So in this one, I'm going to end it, because, all I really wanted to tell you guys was what is in the energy right now from what I have seen in the spell work, and being able to read it energetically and see, visually what they're talking about. So anyways, protect yourself accordingly with that information. Okay. And, you should know what to do. If not, you might have to contact your spiritual team or ancestors to help you out in, the specific ways that you should protect yourself against this stuff. Okay. Outside of just cleaning they bullshit up in the first place. Clean it up. Okay, because that also helps. So anyways, I'm not going to, as they say, run it up. If you need anything else from me, make sure you check out the description, where I have my three websites, my two YouTube channels, which obviously you're watching one of them now. The other one is Nieve Tigre, my handsome kitty baby. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel and subscribe to his channel. And then, if you would like to support this channel, you may do so by hitting on my PayPal, CashApp, where you can buy me a coffee. If financial means do not allow for any of those, then you can always like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And newly, hype me up. I hype me up. I got 99 problems, but I got 100 reasons. I've been told y'all about that song. That song was my anthem for a minute. Okay, but I do hype me up, and it's 3, 2, 1 on the time right now. Okay, it's a countdown. All right, so let that be another synchronicity for you guys to take in and evaluate it or take it in as it applies to whatever you're going through. Okay. All right. I'm out. Peace.